Yeah, well, I understand I got a lot on my mind, a lot on my chest. That's why.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Lloyd Jones with the Indie Breakdown, the show that breaks down your favorite indie comic book characters, power stats, and abilities, and gets them ready for an indie versus matchup. We are flying through this season, okay? We are episode, what is it, 6, I believe? We're already flying through this season, very excited. And we had two amazing guests here. Two amazing guests. So usually we only have like a single person usually talking about maybe one or two characters or maybe a group, but now we got both folks here that's going to be able to bounce off each other and really dive into the characters that we have today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and their characters, bringing them up to the stage right now. What's going on, y'all?
Hi, how you doing?
What's going on?
Rashawn from Lawful Evil. Here with my co-creator, sister from another mister.
And I'm Ashes from Lawful Evil. We're both the writers, co-creators of the series.
Okay. And now what characters can we expect this evening, wherever you guys are watching this road, today, if you would, to the breakdown?
Our best of frenemies, Dark Spider and Lily, aka Succubay.
Okay.
Nemesis turned Reluctant Allies.
Reluctant Allies, okay. So, let's get ready to dive in. We'll do, which one of you guys want to go first, talking about the characters? Should we do ladies first here, or should we dive into the, I would say titular character, but, you know, it's called Lawful Evil, not Dark Spider, but who do y'all want to start with?
Rob, what are we feeling tonight? Who do we want to talk about?
I'm feeling magical. We can talk about Lily. We can talk about
a little fire, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's ladies first then.
Ladies first. Let's talk about it then. Okay, so give us a little history. Tell us a little bit about Lily really quick before we dive into what she can do.
Sure. I guess I'll start and then Rod just jump in. So Lily, aka Succubay, but she's known in the Lawful Evil universe. She is 369 years old. She is a succubus with fire, basically a fire elemental. Pretty durable, can take some pretty big hits, and can shapeshift into other people, completely change everything about her. It needs to be organic. She can't just turn into a building. But
okay. Thank you for the clarification. Yes.
Yeah. No, like has to be organic material. She can become a man. She can become a different kind of woman. Elongate her claws, scale her skin to be a little bit more of that demon that she comes from. She has an eldritch lineage that really boosts her as a succubus. What else, Rob? What else can we say about her?
She's also an expert magician, expert mage, long history of studying magic for various purposes, can summon minions, several types of minions. She has you guys will see a little bit more, but she has in Empire, in her first solo book, we get to see some of the summonings, of the types of summonings that her family is capable of. Little imps, there are larger creatures as well. She's also a very, very good, I would say, expert sword fighter. She was a pirate.
Okay.
So she learned fencing and sword fighting in real time. So she's very good. She's not just like magic and like powers, but she's also good. She doesn't have
an actual combatant.
She can actually fight. Many years of fighting. Again, like I said, a very high level mage, very high level sorceress. So I think she's we're talking about in the realm of Constantine, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Raven, that kind of with that level of power, but also those 369 years or about 300 years or so of knowledge of all of that stuff. So she's not just if we're talking like D&D, she's a sorceress because she has natural magical affinity, but she's also like a wizard or witch because she has the knowledge, she has the know-how, the magical know-how. So she's very proficient.
So forgive me if it looks like I'm looking away and not paying attention. I love to take notes. Because again, I always want to go back, make sure I'm asking the right question and making sure that I'm understanding the character as accurately as possible here. So,
Oh, one more thing about her. She's
okay,
also, I would say, and as is her reason why, I would say she's very good at disarming people. She plays a
okay,
kind of a bimbo role, but it's a
hmm
role, and she's learned how to play it. But she kind of, being a succubus, she also kind of knows what you want or what you can
hmm
expect from her, and she plays that up. That femme fatale. It almost reminds me of that scene in The Dark Knight with Anne Hathaway when she leaves
yeah,
the bar, and they're like, "Oh man, what is it?" She screams and she's crying, "Oh, it's in here," and then she walks away. It's that
hmm
kind of like that, you know. Like, I'm gonna let you think this because that's what in your head you're gonna think. So she's very good at doing that as well. You know.
Hey. So, really quick, because you guys gave me some of her special techniques and abilities already here. I do, before I dive into that, I want to know what weapons does she normally kind of go into battle armed with? Of course, I do know that you said that she's a decent combatant, right? And she's got some sword fighting and stuff like that. But what does she bring with her on average into onto a battle? What's her kind of a basic kit, if you would?
Basic kick.
Probably she just really shows up. She's a brawler.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
turning her hands, claws, being able to rip wings out, immediately take flight, fire breath,
Yeah.
fireball shooting. She has
Okay.
all of that just to start. So she just starts there. And if that doesn't work, she can then begin summoning different weapons. She has a
Yeah.
golden sword that has some magical affinity
Yeah.
Okay.
that she can kind of like bring with her if needed. But I mean, she generally rolls up ready to just kind of throw hands and
Yeah.
set people on fire.
Yeah.
It's probably
Those
the
are her
Okay.
main.
go-to. Or it's seduce. I mean, she's also very good at
Right.
disarming through, hey, if you like
She
how I
likes.
look, I can take care of you that way too. So it's probably her main kit.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, with that being said, then, um, outside of being a succubus, well, not outside of being a succubus, that's a whole thing in itself. But obviously, of course, if you see from the covers and stuff like that, or just in normal promotion from you guys and stuff like that, we see her tag teaming along with Dark Spider a lot. Is you said that she's a reluctant hero? I want to know kind of about that journey a little bit. What she was doing slightly prior, or what that journey kind of looks like in regards to how she is appearing in the book right now.
Well, you want
Yeah.
to take it?
Yeah. Yeah. Prior to the book, see, I don't want. They
Oh,
gonna
if
make
there's
it. Yeah.
spoilers, I
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
don't
There,
want that because we
so
want to
there are
make sure
some
that people
spoilers,
are reading it.
but I want to make sure I give it. She Freedom is her top priority.
Okay.
Living as a free person based on, if issue one of Pyre, living her life according to her whims and nobody else's.
Mm-hmm.
Before she teamed up with Dark Spider, she was his arch nemesis by some degree, but arch nemesis in the way that is almost toying but also testing.
Okay.
We're not talking about like a Batman, Joker, Wolverine, Sabretooth, where she's malicious. She's not a Green
Mm-hmm.
Goblin kind of character where she's, trying to ruin his life totally.
Mm-hmm.
It is a purpose, but she is in her antagonism of him. She is very calculated. So before that, she was kind of traveling around the world formulating ideas of how she would appear in the new world, how she would present herself in the new
Mm.
world.
Okay.
And obviously, she's been around for a long time, and she's lived long enough to see the age of heroes in our universe, the age of
Mm-hmm.
superpowers. So she adapted to that milieu,
Aesthetic.
that
Mm-hmm.
aesthetic. She adapted to that. So okay, these people are flying around. They have capes, they have tights, they do, they're showy, they're all this, and so I'm going to adapt for my plans, my personal purposes. I'm going to adapt to what is seen here, so that people think of me as this while I'm doing this in the background, or I'm putting this, these things together. And Dark Spider, as he is, and based on his lineage and Anansi, the lineage of Anansi, is part of those plans in a manner that you know is becoming clearer and clearer as the series goes on.
Mhm.
But yeah, she's a chess player. She's a chess
Okay.
player. She's definitely a moving the pieces on the board. Like there's other people moving pieces on the board as well, but she's like, I'm not just gonna be somebody's pawn. I'm gonna be
Right.
as well. So that's kind of
Okay.
her. That's her. That's her kind of background. I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew. If I missed anything, rather.
No, I think that's really accurate. She's been so many different things. Being over 300 years old, she's, one could even say maybe she's done an act of heroism from time to time, even
Yes.
if she would not see it that way.
Yeah.
But, she was trained and taught from birth, more or less, that mortals are beneath her. And, they need to be manipulated, they need to be killed, do whatever you want. And she's taken centuries to kind of retrain herself, but she still kind of doesn't really want to hang out with them or be friends too much.
Mhm.
So there's a
Okay.
bit of a dichotomy between how she feels. She's half human, so there's a lot of
Okay.
turmoil as well between
Inside.
just being mortal and also having that demonic succubus heritage that she leans upon, very much. So
Yeah.
Okay. So half human, half succubus. Is that what I'm
It is.
gathering here? Okay.
Especially when
But
thinking
fire
about
elemental specifically.
yes, specifically affinity with fire. Nothing. She doesn't like it's not ice. It's specifically just fire
yeah.
that she
Okay.
can
Okay.
use.
Okay. Okay.
Or like is her base state.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now here's where we get into those the powers, the stats here now. Strength wise, I want to know two things, right? How heavy is she lifting, and how heavy is she punching? You know what I'm saying? Like how strong are her strikes? Talk to me about both of those really quick.
Yeah, she's pretty strong.
Mhm.
She can definitely do some pretty good lifting. She can go toe to toe with some of the strongest characters in our world,
Yeah.
and take those hits very well. I think being able to grab a plane out of the sky is probably within the realm. Ra, correct me, am I
Yeah.
a little too
Yeah.
ham?
Yeah. No.
I mean, it's going to
Definitely,
take
definitely.
some energy from her. She's
Right.
not. It's not the easiest thing, but
Okay.
I would say something like that. Able to lift cars, buses easily,
Yeah, fairly
carry
easily.
people while she's flying very easily.
Yeah, very easily.
Be able to carry some heavier, like heavier than a person, very easy while flying. Or anything else I'm missing? More durable for sure.
I think super durable, extremely durable. Probably, obviously, she's half she's half succubus. So, the entities we have a particular name for them. Should I use the
Yeah,
name? Or?
you could say it.
They're called Dream Spawn,
It's
and
coming in issue 4.
Dream spawn.
yeah, it's coming in issue 4.
Issue
Right?
4 coming out this year.
Issue 4
Sorry.
coming out this year.
Who said that?
Noted.
We'll talk back more about it. But they're essentially entities that have they're very long lived, and obviously they're very resistant to damage. So she's just naturally, if you think about a genetic or natural affinity to being durable, she's just naturally
Mhm.
durable. But also, like we said, she's a good combatant, so she can also strengthen her punches with like fire, like a fire elemental. So strength, so the strikes will have a little bit extra pop, a little bit more on it because she's just lit her hand on fire and then punch you in the face with it. And it's like, So
Okay.
she has that. She has those abilities as well, and then obviously her rending and tearing abilities with her claws.
Mhm.
Enough to I would say slice stone. Because we have some scenes
Some
where she's slicing
stone,
stone.
but
Yeah, slicing stone and stuff like that. So pretty strong, I would say.
Just to ask this really quick, and in regards to striking here, take a conversation. If she punches a house, building, mountain, is she what range in that kind of
Oh,
scale
okay.
would you say her punch in the punch? No, all of what you guys said is absolutely
I get
valid
what
that I have written down here, but that I just wanted to get that as well.
I don't think she's gonna crush a mountain with a punch.
No.
Okay.
No,
I don't
not,
probably bring some rocks down on somebody by
Right.
punching a mountain. Could probably
would say
destroy a building pretty easily.
So more like a build.
Yeah, I think she can probably destroy a building. Yeah. We do have people who can punch mountains,
yeah, just flat on them.
just like
Okay.
knock them down. Because I mean, we're also dealing with we're not only dealing with superpowers and people with supernatural entities and things like that, like video game things like that. So yeah, so I would say she could probably destroy a building. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you started to bring up durability a second ago, so I'm gonna skip the other two for right now. I wanna hear about that really quick. How durable is she? Like obviously she's holding back planes, able to grab planes and stuff like that. So that actually I should have went in the speed next, but durability, how much damage or how much can she take? How much can she take?
She can. Oh, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say it depends. So she's also got like a kind of. It's something we probably should have mentioned. She also, because she's succubus, has like a kind of Galactus thing going on. Is she fully fit?
Yeah, she eating.
right. Because at the end of issue 1, she feeds, and a character that she fights is a character who can flatten a mountain. But because she's fed off of him, almost kind of like Parasite from Superman, she can take that. So it depends on if she's fully fed or how fed she is. So there's a range with her. And especially the power and durability. I feel like that's safe to say, right?
Yeah, I think so. And for durability, functionally immortal is probably too much because she can be killed. It's gonna take a lot to kill her. She's been stabbed in the chest, magical swords. She's taken punches from the strongest man in the world, and
she was thrown through a building.
Yeah, she got thrown through a building from him.
Yeah.
Got her face crushed into bricks. She was all right.
And
she did like he like just pushed her head in like through the building basically.
Jesus.
And she was able to keep fighting.
Not Omni-Man through the train, but not all the way. Not all the way, but it's like if Omni-Man like threw Invincible and then let go, like pushed him through.
Okay.
And let go,
So okay. So she's okay. Just to make sure it's like, okay, she's been stabbed. So yeah, sure, her skin was pierced, but like she's not down for the count, right? Like you guys said, through the building and stuff. All right, we'll see some cuts and bruises, but like she's still going. So she's getting launched into heavy structures and stuff like that. Let me ask this then. Sake of conversation, militaries after that whole thing. What level of armament can she withstand?
Oh, I was gonna. I don't know if this. Oh, you mean like artillery?
Yeah, just weapons wise. Like, what could she? Yeah.
We have a character who blows up an entire building, like an entire apartment complex, and she's at point blank range in the explosion, and she's carrying Dark Spider out of the building. Like they end up in the like she kind of shields him, and they end up in the sewers in issue 2, and she the building explodes. Like he kind of like, I don't want to say like he's like a Captain Atom kind of mixed with like a Green Lantern kind of character. So he just kind of like detonates, like it's like he's angry. And
wait, you said like a Captain Atom-esque character that levels it. So we're not even talking about regular explosives. We're talking a pure energy type character.
Yeah, like energy.
Holy cow!
Blew up the building.
Yeah.
I mean that hurt her. She did need to rest after taking a full building hit and shielding Dark Spider from that just the debris and everything that was going to fall on him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask this. Oh, I'm sorry.
After she fought the guy who could level a mountain and hadn't fed again, and then like kind of the first couple of issues just like them fighting like almost nonstop.
It's a lot
a lot of fighting. So sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no need. No, please keep talking about the character. But no, okay. So having the heal after, does she have a base healing factor, or is it predicated on who she fed on next that gives her that extra energy and allows her to heal that way? Does feeding have a healing aspect to it, or does she just have a natural healing factor? I think I asked that right.
So it's a little bit of both. There's a
Okay.
base healing factor that allows her to, like, she gets stabbed, she hasn't fed, she can heal that pretty
Okay.
well. If she's fed, like, it's not affecting her as badly, and especially if, like, in the first issue of our comic, she's feeding on the most powerful person in the world, so she's pretty souped up after kind of taking that energy from him. He's weaker. So healing factor can change. After the building fell on her, she needed some bandages for sure.
Okay.
um, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. No.
I have no idea what I was going to say next, please.
So, okay. So, does she get, and maybe you guys said it already, forgive me, brain's 100 places right now. Let me show you my notes. It's,
Oh my
Jesus.
gosh. Crushing it.
So, in regards to feeding on people, she does gain some of those properties. Does she get some of maybe their innate abilities as well? Am I catching that? Is that something that she has as well? Is that spoiler territory?
So what we can say
We can park it live.
what we can say is in issue 1 of Pyre, she's able to copy genetic material and some
Okay.
other things from people after she's
memories. A
memories,
little bit of
depending
their,
on the
depending on the
leeway.
person and what she's
Right.
done to them.
Right.
We'll put it that way. She could definitely
Right.
take on some of their memories. Maybe they hang out in there a little bit with her
Yeah.
in a way. Gotta read Pyre probably. Who knows?
Pyre issue 1, yeah.
Okay.
It tells you. Yeah.
Okay. And some properties. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go back to speed really quick. For her to grab a plane, obviously she's at the very least, unless, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. As I say, in regards to maybe grabbing a plane, I'm assuming she's catching up to at least being able to catch up to the plane, get in front of it and grab it, or catch up to it and grab it from behind or what have you. But I don't want to assume anything here. Let me know. What is her speed?
Flight is pretty fast.
Yeah.
She's definitely way better in the sky. She's
Okay.
not like a speedster by any imagination. But the flight and her just wings really give her the advantage for the speed. But if you ground her, she's a little bit more
Okay, kind
a
of
little more like
standard.
Yeah, like she's like
She can
moving
probably-
at a higher speed. Oh, sorry, Rob.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, she's moving at a superhuman speed, but we're not talking the Flash. But in the sky,
Okay.
she's very fast. But Rob, go ahead. I'm sorry, I don't mean to hog it.
No, I was gonna say in the sky, she can probably hit a sonic boom. In the sky.
Okay, so we're talking like
Her
Mach
max-
speeds now.
Yeah, her max speed, she can probably hit. Yeah, like Mach speed, I think.
Okay.
In the sky.
And then Mach speed. Okay, and then we said kind of on the ground, kind of enhanced speed, if you would. So, when we say like Usain Bolt type situation, slightly faster, or are we kind of going down to maybe like a college level athlete kind of speed, kind of grounded? How around what would you say on the ground, kind of running speed or base speed without the wings, if you would?
Probably like a professional sports person, but a little bit less than like Usain Bolt.
Okay.
But like definitely very fast, can like get where she needs to be, and then just kind of like flip around and also just like kind of do, I guess, like parkour to get to where she needs to be if she doesn't have her wings for whatever reason.
Okay.
So she's like nimble, she's like like a
She's very
Nightwing type, being able to like somersault around.
Okay. So I made a face just now because I was going to ask about agility, and I realized that I didn't write that down for my section here, and I've dang near covered my entire page. I will revisit that and put that on the back of this particular page. But the little bit of space I do have, I think you guys kind of answered the question already in regards to combat skills. She's been training for years. If you could how many years has she been training, right? How many years has she been training, and in what? I mean, we talked about swordsmanship, we talked about how she's a combatant and stuff like that. Do you have anything else to add to that? Just for additional notes here.
Hmm. Um,
I'd say because she was a pirate for a long time. Pirates
Mm-hmm.
mostly using savate, so like
Mm-hmm.
French kick, like the pirate kicking stuff. It's like it pairs very well with sword fighting because
Okay.
okay, well I'm dueling you and I slip you or whatever, I trip you, whatever the case is. So
And you said what was the name of that again?
savate, SAVAET.
Okay. And
Yes, sir.
sword fighting. And she's done that for years, and that's what she's comfortable with. Okay.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I have a section for energy projection. I would assume that in this case or this category, she's kind of limited to, I say limited, but the magic and fire abilities, correct? Or does she
yeah.
have another form of energy she utilizes as well?
No, well, unless I'm mistaken, I believe it's just really fire and magic. But she's more of a
Yeah.
fire user. She'll like if she's backed in a corner, she's just gonna start spitting and throwing
Spitting fire,
fire,
right? Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I think it also like depends on like again like you said she's years and years of like studying magic. So if she has time to, it depends. Like if she has time to like do a spell and chant or whatever, that's different than if she's in a fight. She's just gonna fire like I'm a melt you. Hot enough to melt stone, to help melt rocks. Um, so pretty high, volcanic type temperature. Um,
And her magic requires components, so it's not
right.
just verbal. I think
Okay.
she uses blood magic
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
So it does take a second to kind of use something like
Yeah.
that. So if she's backed up, she's gonna tear, she's gonna rip, she's gonna spit fire. If she has a second, like Ross said, she may open up a portal, she may
Hmm.
summon
Mm-hmm.
something, she may do something worse.
Yeah.
You never know what she has up her sleeves when it comes to the magic. She's been collecting and
Yeah.
stealing artifacts, magical
Right.
artifacts for quite some time and learning their powers. So
I,
she's
Question.
very interesting.
Question
I
then.
hate to say this, but I guess it's like the question is, does she have prep time? I guess
Yeah, not the Batman prep
does
time.
she have
Not
prep
Batman
time?
prep time.
Does she have prep
Jesus.
time?
Let me ask this then. In regards to the portals, does she control where the portals go from, or is it kind of a tethered connection to what say a hellish realm or something like that? Is it kind of can she control where the portals are? Like I've already asked it. I'm sorry. I was about to start rambling. Yeah, can she control what the portals open up to, or is it a specific place?
It's typically tethered to a specific place that
Yeah.
she has
Okay.
personal connection to. We haven't explored her just being able, like, oh, I'm just going to teleport us across town. Like, it's like, I'm opening a portal, we're going to a hellish place.
Okay. Noted. And then to go back briefly to that agility, and by that I want to know reactionary speed, right? If somebody fires a gun close range, is she faster than a speeding bullet, right? Is she able to kind of react to that? Two forms of reactionary speed, right? There's the kind of trajectory tracking where it's like I know you're pointing the gun in this
Mhm.
direction, so I'm getting out of the way that way, or like actively like I bump trajectory. I'm just nimble and fast enough to dodge out of the way of this machine gun fire, no problem. Where does she kind of scale in that kind of regard?
I think the former. I wouldn't say
Okay.
that she's like faster than a speeding bullet, but she's very fast, can track where people are kind of shooting and kind of move, especially if she's in the air. She's just going to keep taking air until,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter that you're shooting upwards. And then she also kind of doesn't mind getting hit sometimes. So if she's got to
Okay.
take a hit to the shoulder
To give
to
one,
like maneuver in a certain way, she'll allow herself to take some damage to just kind of do her next move because she knows she can take it,
she can take
to
it.
an extent.
Okay. I think as if I didn't have enough on page 1. I think I like there's not a space
Oh my
left.
gosh.
I
Wow.
am ready. I'm ready. Okay.
Yes.
Again, I'm gonna be cross-referencing what we got here about Lily on this one. The card and the feats and stuff in the book. So I'm very excited about that one. Man, like although again, the cards are cool, right? Side tangent here before we get started with Dark Spider, right? The cards are cool. But the point, right, is we just want to see a quick screenshot. What can they do, right? And it's always fun to now go back and discuss with you guys, like, okay, who are they for real, right? Now we're getting that extra. And that's what my hope is. Again, slight tangent, merging the group in the show here. The group is the snapshot, the battles are the icebreaker. The point
Mhm.
is people to get talking about the characters and build interest so people actually go and buy it. And now it's like, oh, you said he could do this, in that match. I saw it in action in your canon, right? And so, again, it's the icebreakers. People are actually talking about it. And so with the show, I get to actually be on that side of it for real. Like, oh man, like this is, what I mean? Like, okay, sure, I've seen the character, I saw the card, but now hearing this, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that
Yeah,
extra
let me, yeah.
to it.
Yes.
So, anyway, again, thank you guys for coming on the show. Thank you guys for being part of the group. Now, let's dive into Dark Spider. Talk to me.
Yes.
Let's same questions. Obviously, we'll kind of go point to point here, and we'll talk about kind of what is his alter ego name that escapes me here.
Jamal
Hold on.
Jamal Jones.
Jones. That's my cousin. That's how I was gonna remember. My name is obviously Lloyd Jones. So
Right,
no,
right.
I had a neighbor. His name was Jamal Jones. I don't know what happened to him. But yeah, Jamal Jones. I got it. That's I need to remember that. All right. So Jamal Jones, talk to me. When he's not Dark Spider, what does he do?
It's a high school
Oh,
teacher.
he's a high school English teacher,
Yes.
and
Okay.
also works on thanks to Ash's he lives in a condo or co-op rather that has a community garden.
Yes. He
So
loves
he
to
likes to garden.
garden.
That's kind of his
Okay.
yeah.
Did I fail to ask what Lily does?
Oh, she just does whatever she wants. She does it.
Yeah,
Or
it's
Okay.
literally
I was
just
about to say, I was
whatever.
like, "Ooh, did I ask?" No. Okay,
no,
y'all
she's
gave me that.
super independently wealthy from
Independently
300
wealthy.
years of
Yeah,
investing and
yeah,
stealing.
yeah.
Fair enough.
She's just
Okay.
chilling.
All right. So we've got name and occupation, alter ego here. Now, is Dark Spider mixed with anything? Is he human? Obviously there is a sort of lineage here, but what is he exactly?
He's a human. He's a human being. His parents are both uh Black American, obviously. But
Hmm.
genetically, he comes from a lineage based on varying factors, including transatlantic slave trade, of Anansi, who came to Earth for reasons we'll reveal later in the series. Um,
Okay.
but he appeared on Earth for reasons we'll reveal later in the series. But he is um, divinely touched, I guess you could say. Um, what can I compare it to? Uh, he's
I
not
was
like
gonna
a
use Yu Yu Hakusho as an example where
yes, yeah.
okay.
He like Yusuke, where he has like his great, whatever ancestor, is related to, is that's how he's related. Yeah, one of
Okay.
his great ancestors is a child of Anansi. It's like a direct
Okay.
child of Anansi. So
Okay.
very far.
So how old is he?
In the story, he's like in his mid
30.
30, like
I think
32,
35.
35. Wait, wait, I have
I
the
was going to say, I
character.
have the character sheet. Hold on.
Let me see if
There's
we have
Lily's.
character sheets. So
Ah,
Cannot find his, but I can find everyone else's character sheet, of course.
he's 35. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you got it.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah, 35, 6'2". I don't think we got to wait. 210, I think.
Yeah, I don't think we put weight.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just curious because we just came off of Lily with the 300, so I was just like,
Yeah.
how old
He's
is he?
not.
Like with his lineage, has he got a little extra age on him or what have you? But just
No.
appears to be okay. So, with that being said, let's dive in then. I want to know in slightly different order, but we'll start with the stats and then we'll dive into the equipment and special abilities. Okay. So let's go strength. How strong is our boy here? Both again, examples lifting, and then we'll go into kind of striking power as well following.
Lifting, I'd say probably like max maybe a bus, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say like a large bus.
Yeah, like max a lot, like a coach or something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
there
Okay.
could be some people in there still.
yeah, with people.
Not a full bus, maybe.
Yeah, but a few
Oh,
people.
okay. I was about to say, hey, all right, hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
Now is that kind of balls to the wall, like I really got to lift this thing up like that, or is this or is this more not casual but a strained feat? I'm hitting y'all with good
I
ones. I feel
Yeah,
like.
this is good.
no,
This is
yeah,
good. I
it's
was
good. No,
like,
no.
it's like casual. I don't think it's him pushed to his limit. I think
No.
it's
Hey,
really what he can do as I guess a base.
Right, right.
okay.
Like
Well
I
then,
gotta save these people, but
Yeah, I
like
gotta
it's
say people.
not like oh like this person dies if I don't do this.
okay.
It's not like
And
that.
I feel like asking this, I did Lily a disservice by not asking the same thing, but I am curious now. With this, what would be the upper echelon, balls to the wall version of Dark Spider? Same scenario. He's trying to lift the bus. There's a couple people in it. Well, no, not a couple people in it. It's a full bus. Balls to the wall. Is he lifting that?
And I would also say his weapons. He can use them. Not like Spider-Man, but he can definitely get the
Yeah,
chains to kind of like help him
Yes.
yeah,
lift.
Okay. So kind of the
So
magic
some
properties of that as
tools.
well.
right,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so he would utilizing his tools and surroundings to his advantage to
yeah.
help out where just raw lifting wouldn't account for there. So let me ask this
Or
then: how
or creating leverage. Yeah.
Hmm.
while creating leverage? Okay, got you. So let me ask this then. Now let's get to that striking then.
Okay.
How hard is he hitting?
Um.
It's
Well,
hard.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, pretty. It's pretty hard. He was trained for from the age of 7 to the age of 13 to be a weapon.
Okay.
He's so striking is his main thing. That's his hand to hand. We show a number of different pieces of him either in a ring or after hitting a bag. Um, his striking, I would say, is probably like if you're talking about tonnage, maybe like 60 to 80 tonnage. Um, I would say like around there. If he's trying to kill you, it'd probably be 90. Like if he's trying to like remove your head from your shoulders, with all his might, with like all his body weight behind the punch, probably like 90 tons. He probably like if he's trying to decapitate you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like I guess you think about it like what is an enraged Spider-Man
What
feel
if?
like?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if he's kind of like, and he wasn't designed to be like Spider-Man. It's just that because he's related to a non-Cedar fighting spider. But
Mm-hmm.
if Spider-Man had Daredevil's fighting ability or Black Panther's fighting ability, what would he be? How would he be? How would that play? What would that look
How would
like?
that pan out? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And then again, of course, like he's not trying to kill people. That's the thing. It's like it's very
Mhm.
rare for him to try to like he's not an anti-hero. Lily definitely would be like if she's pissed off
Oh
at him,
yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna kill
cut
Absolutely.
your head off. Just like this. What are you doing? Like, just kill him. But he's like, we got to do this the right way, and maybe there's redemption, and we got to stop this. He's that kind of. So it's very rare that that happens. It's very rare that he's trying to knock your head clean off your shoulders. Um. So yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Has to. Let's get to. Yep. I start to have a system on this page, and now I have derailed. It's about to be chaos. All right. Let's let's get to speed. How fast is our guy here?
Oh, I would say he's pretty fast. Um, if we compare him, obviously not Flash. He's not a speedster. He's not a
Okay.
speedster in any regard in that way. Um, I guess like somewhere near the Spidey, probably around
Okay.
Ashes. What do you think?
Yeah, I
Maybe a
think
little.
so. I was gonna say like he's faster on foot than Lily, actually, probably.
Right, yeah. His movement speed is like um very very. He's very
Nimble.
fleet of foot.
Yeah, he does a lot of. He's a swashbuckler. He does a lot of jumping around,
Acrobatics, yeah. So
very
he's also very
acrobatic.
agile. His agility is probably his like best property. It's like
Hmm.
you know.
Okay. And so, similar question to Lily, the base version of Lily there. If he were to run up against, again, a Usain Bolt, obviously not Flash or Sonic or anything of that nature, but anybody kind of comparable between, kind of our fastest guy and one of our fastest people in the world versus anything kind of above that, where does he land?
Um,
I'm hitting y'all with these specifics. Hey,
no,
now I'm
I
so
no.
know it's
sorry.
like, oh my gosh, to look up how fast Usain Bolt is really quick.
I would say he's as fast as he's like a not
I think like an
like
Olympic
a
athlete for sure.
Olympic
yeah like a
athlete.
Deion Sanders. I would
Yeah, or
say
yeah, like a really
Okay.
really good football player.
yeah like a
Okay.
Deion Sanders like a like just like if once he gets off the line like a once he gets off the line it's like that's you know he's
Okay.
smoking you know
And he can
not
use
not
his. Oh, sorry, I was gonna say he could use
oh,
his
go
weapons to
ahead.
also propel himself. Like
Right
that's
his
different. That's
mode
not
of
speed,
transportation
but
yeah
he's got
No, but still,
the scythes and
that's
the chain, so he can maneuver himself pretty quickly with his tools as well.
yeah
But just like on feet, yeah, I would say like Olympic athlete, like best
yeah
football player. Like
yeah
I don't
okay.
know sports.
No, no, it's all good. No, the examples and everything like that. No, that is perfect. Um, how I'm rationalizing it at the moment, I know I ain't getting no whole bunch of messages
oh
while we're doing
oh
this.
sorry I should have also said prime time Deion Sanders not like
Oh no,
prime
absolutely no. I picked up on what you was. No, no,
not
I was.
not
I was like, nah, I know he ain't talking about that.
no yeah he can't even really walk unfortunately.
Right. So I put at the moment, Deion Sanders, borderline Olympic. Is that fair?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
this case, okay.
I think so.
Because again, what I definitely want to try to do is I want to make sure, especially when we get to the breakdown, like it is the most accurate version, of course, unspoilery, but the most accurate version of the character. So again, people were like, okay, I know what to expect from this character. Now I'm looking forward to what are they facing off against. Again, we have a duo in this case of Dark Spider and Lily. So anything between a Dark Spider to a Lily, what the heck is it? What exists in this world? Now I'm curious, and now I know what they're armed with. How does this pan out? So again, a little less chaotic than a lot less chaotic than what the group is. But again, I want to give these snapshots, man, because again, this is like they're gonna see this and they're gonna be like, "Yo, what else are these characters doing? What else are they facing? What else is Lily doing? What is Darkfire doing?" So, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm very excited.
No, we
So,
love
We
it.
love it. We love it.
We love the group. We love getting in the fights and everything. It's so much fun.
thank you all. And just really brief. Sorry, another tangent here in the interview. I apologies. I had to step away. It became a lot. It started to consume a lot of my time in thought processes and all of that other stuff that I wasn't focusing alongside. I wasn't helping Tasha out with Midnight Comics. So it was just like, all right, hold on. So
Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah.
hard stopped. Dre Burke, shout out to him. He's one of the moderators, so he really stepped up. You see the questions of the day and him trying to keep everything going. I'm back now, so you'll see the matches come back. Obviously, the show was back
Welcome
and stuff
back.
like that. So thank you. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit more strategic this time and not burn myself out. Right. So
It's
lots of stuff. We still got the writing prompts in the background that I'm looking forward to having up. A little longer on the side tangent with those writing prompts. What we hope to do again is eventually get to a D&D style situation,
Mm.
to where you guys are actually We have a DM that we play Dungeons and Dragons ourselves. We have a DM that's a part of the group, and we want to make sure that we get as many people as involved, and we pull from the database, which helps with the character sheet. So instead of starting from scratch, we had that, we had the stats. Now it's just a matter of creating that story and just getting the people involved to take part. So that's anyway, giving you a sneak peek as to what we're planning. And as I keep hearing more about y'all's characters, I'm just like, the ideas are just flowing. So reeling it in, excitement and all.
No, that
Let's
sounds so
dive back in.
exciting.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So let's get into intelligence. Obviously, our gentleman here is an English teacher, so he's no slouch here. But there may be more than meets the eye. How smart is our gentleman here, Jamal Jones?
I'd say he's pretty smart.
Smart.
I guess
Okay.
that, yeah, he's intelligent. He has an aptitude for history.
I'm sorry,
Storytelling.
it cut out for me just now. Say that again.
Sorry, he has an aptitude for history. Um,
Okay.
uh, Storytelling, obviously, being a descendant of an auntie and also being an English teacher. Uh, and he's a fairly good tactician. Uh,
Okay.
his his I guess I would say aptitude for his combat intelligence is fairly high. His combat
Okay.
intelligence is fairly high. Um, I would compare it to again. I would compare it to like a Nightwing. Um, he
Mm.
is he can be very he can appear to be somewhat, I don't want to say reckless, but like very much the man on the flying trapeze. But he's aware of where the net would be. He's aware of that kind of thing. He's
Hmm.
processed the information to be like, okay, I can take this. I can take this risk or this calculated risk. So
Okay.
um, yeah.
So let me ask this then. Durability. Talk to me. How much is he able to take here? Is it if a car runs into him, is he tanking that or he needs to get out of the way? How much is he able to withstand?
He
Hmm.
does have some healing factor as
Yeah,
well.
lower level
Okay.
Lower level than Lily,
than Lily. Yeah,
for sure. Um, I think he can get hit by a car
yeah.
and not probably walk off feeling great, depending on how fast
Hey,
that car's hitting.
yeah,
he
yeah.
is he is a human,
He
so
would
Okay.
rather he would rather jump out of the way
yeah, he
than
would
get hit
probably
by the
try
car.
to jump than tank it. But
Okay.
he took a lot of hits in the issue one fight where Lily and Dark Spider are both fighting this
Right.
person. You got to read the issue one to read it,
Yeah,
but he's very
Mhm.
strong and he take a few hits of that. He gets thrown around quite a bit.
yeah,
He is damaged afterwards for sure, and he needs to rest and take a minute to heal.
yeah.
Um, but his durability is not bad for a person, I would say.
Human, yeah, regular human. Well, human.
Okay. So before I go on another rambling spell or tangent, if you would, let me get. I was going to ask about combat speed, combat speed, jeez, combat skill. But you did say that he's been training since he was 17.
No,
To be a weapon
7.
specific. 7.
A 7.
Yeah,
I apologize. See,
yeah,
thank you. All right. So training from the age of 7, specifically to be a weapon, and got some hand-to-hand training. Obviously, he's got some weapons training for the weapons that he's utilizing. But do we have any specific martial arts that we can document here?
We've got a
yeah.
bunch.
There's a couple. We did
Let
a
me flip
thing
the
on.
page.
On
Um,
that page.
yeah. So he is a master of a few. Let me
West
get that.
African martial arts.
West African martial arts specifically. Where he was. That's what he was trained. Let me. I have a slideshow. Hold on.
So I say
Okay.
Dambe
he's like
is one of them. Dambe is a West African boxing style. There are some kicks in it. It's a Hausa boxing style from Nigeria. Um,
Okay.
it is fairly brutal. It's like a this the stance is sword and shield. So striking, he's very good with. He's a natural striker. He also has been trained in Laam, which
Spell that
is
one.
a Laam Laamb.
And then make sure I have the other one right. That was Gambe.
No, Dambe. D is in dog.
D.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dambe.
Dambe.
Yep.
All right. Boom. All right.
Lam is a grappling style. It's if you ever saw the like it's a Senegalese wrestling. If you've ever
Mm-hmm.
seen, I'm a big fan of like MMA and stuff like that. If you ever seen like fighters from like one like Ruru, or like Czech Congo, or you ever seen those videos of those huge like Senegalese dudes
Yeah.
grappling in the sand? That's Latin. So like strips a lot of kind of like Greco-Roman wrestling, like standing
Mm-hmm.
grapples. There's some striking, but it's mostly grappling, basically trying to get your opponent onto the ground.
On the crap.
So
Yeah.
he's mastered that as well. Um, I'm looking for this. I mean, I know a lot of this off the top of my head. He has also mastered some of. So in Ghana, they have these weapon schools,
Mm-hmm.
mainly blade schools, um, called Akrafina.
Spell that.
And the spelling.
I'm sorry. Because what I'm gonna love to do is go and actually like I want to look it up and kind of add that to the repertoire of the video if where I
Oh
can,
no,
right?
Oh
definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
we have it on our Insta.
Sorry. Where is it? Hold on.
Angalo.
No. He does know Ingala. I was gonna get to it. He does know that as well. I'm
Oh,
looking
okay. I'm looking at the Instagram post with all the cheat sheet.
That's what I was looking for.
That cheat sheet.
We did
No,
a
Yeah,
really
no, that's
fun
what I was looking
post.
for.
Yeah, we did a really
Uh,
fun post where we go over his different fighting styles that he's
Fighting style.
mastered. Here, let
Mhm.
me send it to you, Ra.
Okay. Oh wait, I got it. I just
You got it? You just found it?
yeah,
Talk about good timing.
yeah. Thank you though.
Yeah, Dambe
Um,
Lam.
yeah. So Akrafina is Akrafena. The weapon
Uh,
system with more than 20 styles. Um, his sickle style is because the Aquafina is it's not only the name of the the weapon system, but it's also the name of the weapon that they use, which is this curved sword. Um, a lot of people don't know Ghana. They didn't
mhm.
use the main weapon was swords. But
Mhm.
also like other bladed weapons. They used a lot of those. So
Mhm.
Aquafina, and then he's also has mastered Angola, which is Engolo, which is the one of the progenitors of Capoeira. It's from the country of Angola.
Mm.
So you know,
This is fire. So okay, Jamel, don't kill me here, but I think off rip, right? And I'm reminded of your match against Hopebreaker, but I'm not going to revisit that one. I would say that Dark Spider at the moment, because I'm thinking about so there's this one idea that I had. I was
mhm.
rewatching the season 2 finale, and I had an idea, or season 2. I had an idea of bringing past contestants, whoever was available at a particular time, back to have their characters go against other contestants. And I'm thinking about Absolver from Concrete Comics at the moment, and as he stood at the time in his issue 3, the gentleman that he fought in that story was not as capable as what we have Dark Spider here as. I'm
Mhm.
like, I think Dark Spider is soloing him low div, mid, absolute max. Not to talk trash against Sarge Bell or anything like that, but it's just interesting, right? Because design wise initially, right? I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Mass vigilante, he might have some weapons that are attuned to magic and stuff like that. But what does he really have in his arsenal, right? I mean, Blue Beetle's he's a masked outfit guy, right? Give him a scythe or something and then cool. Like, no, we're not talking that. This guy is a unit, essentially, right? And so I like how in the case, well, in this case right now, as we're talking about Dark Spider, looks can be deceiving. Because again, I initially I thought he was a normal guy, right? And to an extent he is, right? But I didn't realize how much, one, he had in his arsenal, and two, which we're going to dive into a little bit more in a second, the weapons that he had at his disposal, right? So that's why I love this doggone show. I love this. Anyway, any other martial arts or techniques that he has under his belt before we move on to the next? Until we move on to any energy projection, and then we get into some of the special skills, gadgets, equipment, and techniques.
Nothing.
I think that's everything until we get into some of his special abilities and weapons.
Special ability, right?
Very fun.
Right.
Okay. Well then, shoot. Let's let me write on the back here for the combat skill. And now, yeah, energy projection is he's not firing blasts or anything like that. He just kind of has weapons that are attuned to anything, right?
Yeah, he's not firing any blasts.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I almost forgot again. Let's get that agility going. So, well, no, y'all already talked about how nimble and stuff he was.
Oh yeah, super nimble.
Yeah, super nimble.
Okay. Still same question, I guess, in regards to, is it more trajectory dodging, or is he his reaction speed is so ridiculous that he could actively just dodge bullets?
I would say, based on training and some other things,
Mm-hmm.
he could probably dodge a few bullets.
Okay.
He could dodge a couple.
I guess it depends on handgun fire, he's solid, but like don't bust out like the actual rifle situation. Okay.
Yeah. Don't M14. He's not. He's gonna duck and cover.
Yeah, but some like random guys with some handguns, he can really, and especially with his weapons, like being able to like get vertical, being able to move around. He's really agile in that respect, and able to dodge.
And not to keep using that as the same example, I found it to be the easiest example to kind of utilize of what I mean in that regard.
Good. You just got to think about it. It's like, can he? Like, oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. And thank you, because I'm like, sometimes I'm gauging like, all right, is this making sense? Because y'all see me in the group, the 6,000 people. I want to make sure that I'm reaching everybody. I feel like sometimes I do too much, or I say the wrong things or something like that. So forgive me if I continue to be like, oh wait, did that make sense just now? Anything? So okay. So before I ramble, I have a tendency of doing that as well. So let's get into the special techniques and abilities. What does he got? Oh no, excuse me. I'm sorry. I skipped over the not most important thing, but one of the important things here. Talk to me about the weapons. Tell me about the Anansi fangs.
Yes, Ra, take it. Take the Anansi fangs. It's so fun.
So yeah, those are really cool weapons that we designed and we came up with. They were blessed by Anansi. They were given to him after his like as a I don't want to say graduation present, but almost like after he became a member of fully fledged member of the clan that he belongs to.
Mm-hmm.
They're attuned to his mind, so he can kind of throw them in there. It's like Mjolnir. I think I mentioned like kind of like Mjolnir. They have his best interest at heart. That's it, by some degree. So he swings on them. He uses them to disarm people. They're pretty durable. He uses them to climb up walls and things of that nature. They can act on their own. There's a self-defense mechanism there for to protect him. As was said before, they are durable. So if he crisscross, the line and or chain, depending on it changes, but we'll talk about why it changes. In the series, it changes after later in the series. The whole deal.
Past issue 4.
right. Don't spoil anything. But they have an almost indeterminate length, but they're also very durable. So they can, bully or hold something up that, again, as Ashley said, similar to Spider-Man, where if a bunch of debris is going to be falling on people, he can send them out and they'll kind of crisscross and make a net or something of that nature, or make just to make sure that it does these things don't fall on people that he's trying to protect or something like that.
Or like stop a bus,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
crisscross them.
yeah,
So,
stop,
he
yeah,
creates some kind of barrier to like stop a car or a bus or even a
right.
person that's flying at high speeds at him or something. You can kind of do that thing with the chains or the we'll just say chains for now until it's
Change for
later.
now.
Okay. Noted. So let me ask this then. Besides the Anansi fangs, does he have anything else in his arsenal, weapon wise or equipment wise, before we dive into the special technique? Because I know something from the cards that I wanted to ask about moving forward with the special technique here. But weapons wise, before we get to that, weapons and gadgets, is his suit made of anything in particularly special, or just kind of a cloth situation or
Kevlar.
Kevlar situation?
Kevlar
Okay.
is the if you look at his like the top part of his suit, there is a
Uh-huh.
vest. It is a Kevlar vest. So there's that.
Okay.
Um, I guess we get in issue 4. We did get we have the utility belt design kind of deal. Um,
Okay. And later utility, but
yeah,
we may play with that. But again, we'll keep to published version of it. But it's coming out next
yeah,
year. It's coming out soon. It's coming out soon.
Very,
We can.
very soon.
very soon,
Okay.
very
Very
soon.
soon.
So, with that being said, though, let's talk about the powers here. If you want to start with the telepathy, we can, or or let me know if there's any other abilities at the disposal. But I'm ready.
I
I'm ready.
I mean, I love the spinner's web. I think it's like one of my favorite aspects of designing him in the world. So the spinner's web, you can actually see him use it in issue 1 and issue
Mhm.
2. Basically, he's able to sift through your memories and pull out nightmares and your worst fears and trap you
Woo.
inside of them. He cannot see the
Right, what he's
nightmare, but he knows, like, it's like an instinctual, like he's spinning the web and like pulling and catching you basically, and then he locks you in it, and you can fall into a coma, fall into like a seizure.
yeah.
It really depends on who he's using on what that will do to them,
Too bad.
and when he decides to turn it off as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I get everything? I don't want to say too
Yeah.
much, but
Yeah, no, yeah, he could. Yeah, no, we don't want to spoil because there's some other things too. He can turn it off, and kind of this an element there, but that's future stuff. But I like somebody asked what it was like, and I likened it to that scene in Logan where Professor X his mind went haywire and everybody had a seizure.
Yes. Yes.
Kind of like that. Like Ash just said in issue 1, we see it, but then issue 2 we see more of like that, essentially that we a character has a seizure when he uses it on. And so it just traps you in this like you're in this coma like state where you're reliving these moments here.
it's reliving the
That's
worst
insane.
things, your worst fears, the worst things that's ever happened to you. It's a move he doesn't like to
No.
use.
Oh.
He
Okay.
prefers to not, but he will use it. And there is some also like lingering effects that can also happen where
Yes.
a little of his residual telepathy might be stuck with you.
Right.
But I don't want to say
And,
anything more than that.
right. And if I could
It's
not
future
spoil,
books.
but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
future books.
Noted.
In the future books, yeah. If I can not spoil, but that's not even his final form with it. We have another character who will, eventually she'll be when she'll be in the battles as well when we get more of her. You probably seen some of her before,
Okay.
Scarlet. So she's in issue 3, but
Okay.
she's
You'll see more of her in 4.
I need for us to revisit the Dark Spider versus Hopebreaker now. I've read issue 1 and cross-referencing here, that match should have gone completely. They shouldn't have been as much back and forth conversation. I got to remember how each of us voted because I think there were several of us on that call or on that live or what have you. But putting together these moves, and not to say you didn't have these moves and stuff before. I'm going to blame our lack of understanding, not paying attention, because we had, we're trying to go. We were bouncing off of each other, and of course, trying to pay attention to both you and Spiff respectively. But with this arsenal, and based on, again, there's a slight disadvantage for Hopebreaker in this case, right? Because he's got one book. He's got one book, and what he does in that one book, completely different than the future feats that are discussed in the group.
Right.
I need us to revisit. Ooh, I didn't mean to knock that over. We got to revisit. I look forward to revisiting that in a more official sense. So I might have to get him on this season, and maybe the Royal Advisor will provide us with the fight that I'm looking for. But yeah, Spinner's Web alone, although reluctant to use it, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
That's a game changer. Not to spoil the story, but there's a traumatic incident that takes place at the beginning of it for the main character. Game over in that sense, right? I won't spoil it anymore. But like, again, the scenarios are already formulating in my head with different characters in the breakdown as it stands.
I believe
you guys.
I actually believe Camille M. Abdullah, he's one of the moderators in the group.
Yes.
He has read all of our books, and so he's aware. He was the first person who was like, "I quote Dark Spider," because he's read.
Yes.
He knows the full scope. So like, if you ask him, he can tell you that he's read all of our books.
Okay. Look, say less.
World's greatest comics.
I knew I recognized him from like, of course, I know him as Camille right now, but I was in Concrete's Discord some years ago at this point, but we were arguing. I didn't realize it was Camille. We were arguing about Molecule Man versus Dr. Manhattan at the time, and we were having a good kind of back and forth at that point. I forget which way that conversation went, but okay. Dang. Okay, small world. Okay. Yeah, this Spinner's Web is insane. Let me ask this. Are there any other kind of special abilities for him to end off this category here? Spoiler territory. I'm reading the room.
Yeah, he does, but we can't talk about it, and we don't have feats to show yet.
Right.
Because it's in a future book, but it is something that he has in his arsenal that's telepathic.
Coming up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, coming soon. Guys, this is some good stuff here. This is some good stuff here.
Thank you.
So the question I want to ask, going back to Spinner's Web, before we close out, before we get to the all the closing bits there. There's a character in season 2 I would refer to the other duo that we had. There was Blue Jay and Leopard. Now Blue Jay has something that Rodney calls a partitioned mind, right? So again, random, very, very, very specific question here. But if there's somebody that doesn't that is essentially simplistic version is able to split their mind in two. Or a better example, Batman, right? He's got the Zur-En-Arrh persona, right? Would Spinner's Web work on, sake of conversation, if he did it to Zur-En-Arrh, right? Is that going to affect Bruce Wayne or vice versa? Would Spinner's Web affect the whole personality? Would it be effective?
Should I?
You want to take it? I think I know. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. You can take it.
Yes, because I mean, you read Batman, you read the Failsafe story and how Zur-En-Arrh took over. Batman, we know he has fears, right? The dark multiverse and other things like that are things that he also fears. So I think Zur-En-Arrh is also something that he fears. So it would be like, what happens?
It encompasses it all.
Yeah. So actually, did I?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, of course.
Yeah. No prep time can't help in here. Is that?
No. Is it safe for me to say even characters with kind of a multiple kind of minds and stuff like that? It's safe for me to just say, no, it's going to attack the whole of that person.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. This is good. All right. So, really quick then, that person. Right. We have our duo. There's Lily and Dark Spider, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. Let me make sure that you guys have an opportunity. I want you guys to tell everybody your socials, what you guys have coming up before we fully prepare our closeout here.
Yeah. So you can find us on Instagram, Lawful Evil Comics. We're not on Twitter anymore, but we're on Blue Sky, Lawful Evil Comics. Facebook, Lawful Evil Comics. We're also on Global Comics. We just put up issue 3. It is, you get the first couple pages for free, but I think if you use the tokens or whatever, you can buy the book. You can also download the PDF. So you can read 1, 2, 3 of Lawful Evil on Global Comics. Issue 1 is actually free, so have fun, everybody. And then 2 and 3 are behind a paywall, but you get some free pages. And issue 4 is almost here. It's getting lettered right now, and we'll probably have a Kickstarter coming in the next couple months. Covers are done. It's so sick. You get to learn so much more about the universe. You get to see some more feats. Get to learn a little bit more about what Lily is, get to see what's going on with Dark Spider. And last time we saw them, they were being hunted by Scarlet Recluse. So where does she come back in? So it's a really exciting story. We love issue 4. We can't wait to get it to everybody. And Rob, where are we going to be this year? We have a couple cons.
We do. We have a couple of conventions. We're going to be at GalaxyCon in New Orleans. We're going to be at Brooklyn Independent Comics Showcase in Brooklyn, obviously. We are looking to be at Philly Fan Expo. As well. We have a couple places where
couple confirmed.
That we're touching down at. So we're definitely we had a lot of fun last year, especially at Exotica. That was great.
Exotica.
Okay.
So we'll see.
We'll be there probably again.
We'll probably be there this year.
And and if you're in New York City, you can buy all of our books at Forbidden Planet in Union Square. We just re-upped, so you should be able to find Lawful Evil 1, 2, and 3, Dark Spider #1, Empire #1.
Empire, first time.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you. It's so cool.
That is, man. So offline conversation. I will bring that up here. I look forward to talk to y'all in a second. But Kickstarter, I want to, of course, if you guys, or when you guys run your Kickstarter, let us know. We'd love to make sure to put it on that $1 challenge in the group as well. I really want us to be able to sort of pivot the group. I think, and let me not solely say this, our admin team is me, Tasha, and Lonzo, moderator being Camille and Dre as well. One of the things, of course, with the group and stuff like that has been like, hey, we got stuck on the icebreaker, we got stuck on the battles and stuff like that. But the thing that I want us to focus on moving forward, coming into this next this new year, is really heavy on the support side of things. And so hence why, asking if the $1 challenge is something that people want to see, because again, we see plenty of Kickstarters every day, and everybody trying to pursue their passions and really get their stories and stuff out there, or their product out there, whatever it may be. And visibility is the biggest hurdle, really. The funds will come, right, as long as the visibility is there. And I think our group has the power to really help people bring their projects to life, right? Everybody that's passed it so far right now in the $1 challenge, none of their Kickstarters were above a 3,000 price point, right? And they've all succeeded right now, right? So now it's like, okay, again, $1 from everybody in there is 6 stacks. So like, I say all that to say, my hope is by the time y'all run y'all's Kickstarter, outside of the community that you've already built, I'm hoping Indie Breakdown community, we got you already done. That's the hope. That is the hope. Amazing. So just keep us posted. When it's in pre-launch, we'll make sure to add it to the site, add it to the graphic and stuff like that, so that ideally we could be part of helping you guys have an amazing Kickstarter launch and stuff like that. Again, we're a big fan of sharing those wins, so every step of the way, be sure to share that stuff in there. And then, anyway, we're going to try to help play a role in making sure that everybody that adds their stuff to that list, we get it out to as many people as we know, so that you guys can have that successful Kickstarter. So just let me know when y'all start. All that to say, just let me know when you guys start. And anybody watching that is in the community, you have an indie project, or you're in the indie community, you have a comic book, you have some sort of project, let us know in the Indie Breakdown group. Let's try to help us to pivot in that direction of making sure that our focus is supporting one another. And one last tangent before I go, there's so many conversations about all of us coming together, and it's always this grandiose. We got to be under the umbrella. We gotta do this big project together, and we can do simple things like this. Let's just support one another so that we can get to that point, right? Because it doesn't make sense for me to be a part of a big collab if I can't get my issue one out, you know. So let's. There's other ways that we can come together as the umbrella of indie. That is the umbrella. How can we support each other in that realm and really help each other be successful and make a mark in the world? So anyway, that rambling aside, everybody that's watching, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for helping us redefine power scaling in the indie world. We're nearly done with this season of Indie Breakdown. Again, I want to thank both of you guys for coming on. Thank you guys for sharing these characters. Be on the lookout. Oh yeah, absolutely. And thank you guys. Be on the lookout for the breakdowns coming soon. This video will be up on Indie Breakdown, the website. It'll be an unlisted YouTube video, but you guys will be able to watch it. Or private YouTube. Maybe I keep saying that incorrectly. But you guys will be able to see it on the website first. Then we'll do a live or a premiere, rather, proper. Not this Monday, but the following Monday. Next week is going to be Reaper by Captain Diesel or Charlie Wilson, as some of you may know him from Echelon. And of course, next week or the following week, we will have Lily and not Lawful Evil, Jesus Christ, Dark Spider from Lawful Evil. There we go. Bam. Anyway, again, thank you all for tuning in. And I almost said remember till next time midnight is coming. That's a whole nother brand. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode. See y'all later.
Thanks.
Yeah.